One of the foundational concepts of this program is the awareness of ranking thoughts. Ranking thoughts is when we are comparing ourselves or we are ranking ourselves as inferior to superior, somewhere on the scale of that. When we're experiencing a negative emotion, at the root of that we are definitely having a ranking thought, where we're ranking ourselves as inferior in that moment. So for us to be experiencing shame, the feeling that we are bad, not worthy of love and don't belong, shame, ranking yourself as inferior, is at the root of all other negative emotions.
And specifically for this part of the program, becoming aware of the ranking thoughts when it comes to shame.
When we are judging our own behaviour as inferior, we're going to experience guilt. Guilt is a feeling, my behaviour is bad. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. That was the wrong thing to do. I wish I didn't do that. And you experience guilt. And here's where the shame comes in. And because my behaviour is bad and inferior, now I don't belong and I'm not good enough. Another form of ranking we do is we rank other people's behaviour as bad. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have said that. Their behaviour is inferior. And if I did that, and here's where the shame comes in, and if I did that, then I wouldn't belong and I wouldn't be enough. I don't want to feel that feeling of shame, the feeling of complete powerlessness. And so I self-protect by blaming another for their bad behaviour and then experience a more powerful emotion, anger. When somebody has said something to us or done something to us specifically, you are fat, you are ugly, you shouldn't have done that. I've got some advice for you on what you should do. In fact, what you're going to do is this. And we haven't given that person permission to say that to us or do that to us. We're going to feel resentment. That behaviour is not okay with me. They shouldn't have treated me like that. And if we haven't said something and set a boundary to that person, we're going to be stuck in resentment. And the reason why sometimes we don't set a boundary with that person is it becomes the shame. Then they don't like me and I won't belong and they'll see me as inferior and I want to belong. I want everyone to like me. So I'd rather feel hateful and resentful within myself rather than tell them that what they just did, that behaviour of how they just treated me, is not okay with me. When we experience jealousy, what we are doing is we're comparing another's results or achievement as being better than ours. They are more superior than me because they have a nicer house, they have a better job, their parents are kinder, their friends are cooler, they're doing better at music than me, they're doing better in their sports, they're much better at basketball and footy and netball and swimming. We're ranking our achievements as better than ours, and then we experience the emotion jealousy. This is where the shame comes in. It's like the keeping up with the Joneses. If I don't improve, then I won't belong and they'll know that I'm inferior and I'm not good enough. When we judge another's perception of us as inferior, we feel social anxiety. That is, worrying what another person thinks of us. They think that I'm not good enough for them, and if they think that we're inferior, then we feel shame. They think that I don't belong and I'm not good enough. When we feel disappointment, what we're doing is we're judging an experience or event that's happened to us as inferior. I didn't want that person not to be here in this moment. I'm disappointed that they're not here on Christmas Day. And when we feel like this experience is inferior, then we think, because I've experienced this, I'm not good enough and I don't belong. When we start worrying about the future, we're judging a future event as inferior. I'm worried. What if I fall over and hurt myself? And then here's where the shame comes in. And then everybody laughs and they'll see me as not good enough and I won't belong. The purpose of this video has been to explain to you the idea of ranking thoughts, and I've shown you the 8 different types of ranking thoughts that you can have. Once you can determine which ranking thought you are having from the emotion that you're experiencing, then you can use the strategies to decide if that's going to help you try and find some relief thoughts. And once you've felt the relief thoughts, then you'll be able to experience your well-being again. I hope you have found this useful.